Hey guys, welcome to Pajama Let's Play. I'm Michelle, host of Pajama Let's Play, where we talk all things Kingdom Hearts. Today's video is part 2 of my thoughts on the 20th anniversary trailers, specifically focusing on Strelitzia. But before we get into all that, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell. You can check out my Patreon or leave a tip via the various apps linked in the description box down below. As always, there will be spoilers, so heads up there. Last week, we discussed the trailers from the 20th anniversary event, except for Strelitzia's appearance in Kingdom Hearts 4. Next week's video is a subscriber-submitted theory about Strelitzia and Lauriam, so I wanted to separate the Strelitzia stuff to allow a better flow for these videos. I had recorded the theory before the anniversary event, and I did not expect to see Strelitzia, so I need to address it before we continue on that theory. So, she shows up in Kingdom Hearts 4, and there's a lot to say about it. First and foremost, as I stated last week, the trailer confirmed for me that Unreality is a realm of video games, making the whole realm a datascape. To see Strelitzia there really reinforces that. In Union Cross, we saw Elrena's Chirithy say that someone who looked an awful lot like Strelitzia was escorted out by someone in a black cloak. I firmly believed then, and even more so now, that it was the Master of Masters collecting the data version of Strelitzia. Luxu has to stay close to No Name, which stays in the main reality of the series. So, if Strelitzia was escorted to Unreality, it could not be Luxu that brought her there. If it's not the Master of Masters, it must be young Xehanort, though that seems unlikely. Sora wakes up after 7 days of sleeping upon his arrival in Quadratum. To reiterate, while it does look very realistic, it also looks very much like Final Fantasy, thus telling me that they are in a datascape based on a Final Fantasy world. It could be Versus 13's world having its heart removed, just like the Nameless Star, and turned into something different. Or it could be from a different Final Fantasy game, because there are many, and I have only played Crystal Chronicles, which I'm not even finished with yet at the time of writing the script. So I have a lot of research ahead of me. I've also reached out to the Seekers of Heart group, made up of a bunch of us small content creators, to see if we can work out a collaboration series where they explain Final Fantasy to me and all of you, because we need that information going into Kingdom Hearts 4. I also figure if I know nothing about Final Fantasy, there are probably many more who are at the same point, so this will be for all of us, and for my experts in the audience to help correct information. Okay, so getting back on track. I believe Unreality is a realm of video games, fiction which has been programmed and not able to easily be altered by forces like light and darkness, allowing a safe place for the dandelions to develop enough to help Sora in Kingdom Hearts 3. If it isn't confirmed officially yet, it is widely accepted that the Strelitzia escorted out is a data version of her. Where would someone put a data version of an actual person? A datascape. We saw it with Roxas. Ansem the Wise had the data version of Roxas and needed a world for him to live in. So he made a data version of Twilight Town to put him into. It stands to reason that the same applies to Strelitzia. She also noted that Quadratum for her and Sora is a sort of afterlife for them. Clearly, their actual lives had to each ended, or at least their experience in Kingdom Hearts reality. So, being placed in a datascape would allow them each to have another chance at life, while the other characters find a way to return them to their whole selves. For Sora, he abused the power of waking, and Chirithy specifically warned him the consequences would be dire. All he needs is a way to return to his reality, or an understanding of the hearts and their connections to traverse his way through yet another round of power of waking. For Strelitzia, she needs either a vessel or replica, or to meet the requirements of recompletion. She has a few characters with memories of her, and a safe place for her heart. But clearly the medium has not been found, otherwise Lauriam would have brought her back already. So, without going too deeply into next week's video, here is my theory with my subscriber Dreamer Rose as inspiration for it. When Strelitzia perished, her heart joined into Lauriam's, just like Ventus did with Sora, awaiting for a medium to recomplete herself, while the data version of her was taken to Unreality. Perhaps the Master of Masters looked for Strelitzia's heart, but couldn't find it and settled for the data version of her instead, because Data Strelitzia would be able to grow a new heart in time, especially with Sora joining her, providing a link back to her true reality. I believe Kingdom Hearts 4 will explore the nature and story of Strelitzia, and Sora will make a promise to her to bring her back, and once a promise is made, Sora will always keep that promise. I believe Strelitzia will be instrumental in Phase 3 of the series, but it will take a few games to line up those plot points. Personally, I get the impression it'll take about 13 days for Sora to learn the truth of the situation, free the world from the Heartless we saw come in, and find a way to aid Strelitzia in returning to Lorium, though I doubt he will understand the connection between her and Marluxia. And it'll make for a great twist for him when he sees the two of them together in his true reality. I'll get more into the evidence for this theory next week, but for now, we'll leave it there. So what do you think? Is that data Strelitzia? Will Sora help her find a way back to Lorium? What will she think of the conclusion of Claire's story? Tell me all about your thoughts in the comments down below. Have a theory you'd like me to cover? Here is my email address, and you're welcome to send them all over. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell. You can check out my Patreon or leave a tip via the various apps linked in the description box down below. Until next time.